You ready?
All right, yeah. Ollie, you feeling good?
I'm good, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, good.
If you were to say which Fast and the Furious character you would be in this situation right now, what would it be?
Well, considering I've only seen one of the films,
Yeah.
and it was Tokyo Drift,
Oh, bro, I watched that the other week too.
just arguably the best.
Yeah, 100%.
I would say that I'm that guy. I don't know his name, but that guy that's his friend. That's like
You're a little bow
Yeah,
wow.
well,
I'm him. I'm little Bow Wow, like in the elevator.
in the elevator there with the Incredible Hulk car.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Hey, that's a good start at any. I'm going to say,
Hey, hold on.
welcome.
Who are you?
Yeah,
Who am I?
go around.
Dude, I'm DK.
Oh, sure.
I'm Drift King, bro.
Which one though? Because
The guy that drives off the cliff.
okay,
The
Just
dude is
mad.
probably dead.
so you're dead.
No, he's
Yakuza
alive.
man.
He's alive. He's alive. He's just mad. Which makes you probably Cole, I think the guy's name is.
Yeah, Cole. I literally watched it last week.
It's fresh.
What a great movie.
Yeah. Anyway, I've exfoliated this morning. I'm ready to go. Are we ready to go? Let's get into it.
Yeah, well, it's
You ready to
interesting that you said that you've exfoliated because there is something that Apo told me to say to you that I've been holding on to.
We'll tell him in AD. We'll tell him in
Is this
AD.
going to be the roast of like Vincent? Is that what you guys are colluding?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Oh, that's so
That's
disrespectful.
right.
Welcome to another
I'm not
episode.
in a good space already. How are you going to tell me this? Throw me off my game.
Dude, I was hoping that he'd throw you back onto your game. You know?
I woke up, I got out of bed, I exfoliated, and I came to the studio. I was feeling good. And now you're telling me like there's something you need to tell me, about my face.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess it is a little bit about it, but we'll get into that in AD. We'll get into that.
So if you want to hear it, fellas and non-fellas, pay the, what is it?
Bro, you're paying, I don't know. You
It's
tell
going to
me.
your account.
$2 and you can hear the roast of Vincent.
Yeah, roasted Vincent. That's AD today. Vincent's going to be down the whole time.
I'm already unhappy.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Back Catalogue podcast. This is the podcast where we, and by we, I mean me, Apo, and my co-host / co-founder, Vincent. We dive into the Disney Plus streaming service and we tell you, the listener and the viewer, what is worth it and what is not. And today, we've got another special guest. You've seen it in the title. We've got another special guest on the show.
If I haven't deleted the footage, you've probably seen it in the video as well.
Yeah, because it's there. Like, I mean, we're doing reveals, but your face will be there.
I'm here.
No, I'm going to block off the face until...
Yeah, block off the face.
Yeah. Even though you've talked considerably before. Anyway.
People will be like, what's going on here?
What the hell?
But we got Olly. Hey, we've got Olly here. Press the
G'day.
button. Press the button.
Oh,
I don't know what
Just
the
press
button...
one of the buttons.
It's like a 1 minute thing, bro.
oh, what an intro.
Bro, that's...
This is going for 1 minute. Hey, can I stop this? I don't know. This is not good. I pressed the worst one as well. The rest of them are like 13 seconds. I shouldn't. It says here. Bro, I could have played a rim shot or a sad trombone.
I don't think I need to roast you anymore, Vincent. You're doing it for us.
I promise this is a professional operation.
Well,
We're just sitting in this. I don't know how to stop it. I don't want to press another button until if it goes again,
Apo's having an aneurysm.
Oh my goodness. This is the best way that this could have started.
Your veins are popping out of your head, man.
Dude, I know them cameras are going to see it.
Well, hello everyone. It's nice to meet you. This very epic music.
And we're back.
I think what you should do is, because you can edit this, right? For this whole bit on the video, cover my face with the tomato face from Ready Set Cook. And then just drop it as the music finishes. And here I am.
And here you are.
Dude, I'm out of this.
Ready, steady, cook and all. Far out.
Dude, Olly, what in your right mind brought you to this show? Brought you to come onto this show?
I'm very competitive, and when I found out that Jack got an episode before me, it really pissed me off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So here I was happy not being on it when no one was on it. But then when someone went on it, it just lit this rage in me.
Well, you know what? That's completely understandable.
Yeah.
And especially because, like, for the longest, Vincent was extremely against any guests coming on the show.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because you just wanted our faces. Like, you wanted us, the money makers.
I wanted you to be
involved.
the star, bro.
That's right.
Because you're the star.
But now Ollie's the star.
Now
Ollie's the star. And today, Ollie chose for us to review 2007's very own Ratatouille.
That's right.
We're talking rodents.
Rodents, 100%.
Is that the specific reason why? Because we're talking rodents?
It's very, it's meta. Like, we got rodents all up at the eastern seaboard.
I know. And I think it's just they've been leaking into my subconscious because last week I did.
You might want to get that checked.
This is a bit weird already, straight off the bat. I don't know. You can cut this out.
Bro, nothing gets cut out. Like, if that guitar solo is staying in, like, nothing else is getting cut out.
Well, I recently got accredited and now I'm allowed to handle mice and rats and restrain them. Had to go and get like assessed properly.
Or just like in the streets?
Nah, like in a lab.
Like you're out there like in alleyways wrangling like rodents?
You just got a card.
Remy.
Bro, this is legal. This is perfectly legal.
Nah,
I'm accredited.
Step away. I was in a lab and I don't know, it was kind of weird. And then it was like, it's so that if you euthanize them, you're doing it in the right way, which is a bit dark.
So like mouse traps, like I need license for that. I need a license for mouse traps.
Nah, you're right with mouse traps. It's more like if I find one when I'm like out in the woods doing my field work, because they're a pest, I have to like. There's like a proper way to pick them up.
Right.
This is so mean.
You can't just like lure them into a mouse trap?
No, because you don't know that they're there. So we have traps and sometimes like a pest will get in and you're not allowed to let it go. So you have to like do it. But you got to do it right.
I see what's up.
Environments and whatnot.
Yeah, environments.
Yeah. Just like being a nice bloke.
Yeah.
You have to, So you don't want to just like kill them badly. So you got to do it in the right way. And I was learning how to hold them and I just spent a whole day picking up rats. And then I was like, Ratatouille.
You looked over to like one of the people working with you and were like, hey, this is kind of like Ratatouille.
Yeah. Can you cook?
I was going to say, what is there something written in the contract that says if the rat that you find or mouse that you find is a supreme chef, like, are you allowed to like keep it alive?
Are you allowed to like exploit that for monetary benefits?
Yeah, like not explicitly, but I will absolutely do that because I want that dynamic. I will wear a hat for the rest of my life if I can have a rat cooking for me.
Yeah, but if you got like a hat that tall, people know that you mean business.
Yeah.
You don't walk around with a tall hat. You know, we're talking like 50 centimeter hat.
Dude, chef's hats?
Chef's hat. Bro.
Too tall.
No, but not for me because I'm tiny. So it'll just make me the same height as everyone else.
Yeah, like the chef in this.
That guy.
Yeah, like the chef in this movie.
I was looking at my future when I was looking at that guy.
Oh, jeez, man.
with the like the moustache as well and the goat. Yeah.
He's got like 2 hairs.
I was going to say, that's my future, ladies and gentlemen. But let me just give us some facts before we jump into this movie, because I want to jump into this movie. Because we're talking like euthanizations and whatnot. Like, that might come up later, right? We're talking about euthanasia. You seen that meme where the guy did a presentation on euthanasia and he did it on youth in Asia?
Yeah.
That's too wild. But hey, you got an A for trying, all right? Let me tell you, it's got 96% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, man.
Got the 8 out of 10 on the IMDb. Now, this movie on the IMDb, I didn't do budget, didn't do box office. You know why? Because I forgot.
Should we speculate? Dude, this is at least a 250 mil box office movie, at least.
Right, at least.
It's got to be.
At least. But I'm going to tell you, it has 1 out of 10 ratings on IMDb. And I got one here from WCGA 12 in 2007. Something's missing here. That's the title. Something's missing here.
Yeah,
Not
9
Pixar's
stars.
best. Yeah, 9 stars are specifically missing. Not Pixar's best by far. Last year's Cars blew this one away. Nah. See, that's disrespectful, isn't it?
I disagree.
Hey, but to be
What's
fair,
their
Cars
name?
is a killer movie.
Dude, Cars is not that good of a movie. We've talked
Like, if
about
they'd
this on
called
the
it
show.
Vehicles,
Oh, that's different though.
that would have been a whole, like, it would have taken it to a whole nother level.
Dude, title changes can make a movie for me. If they had called it Vehicles, I would have been like, this is what I need right now.
With that pronunciation as well. Like it's
two
in the
words.
title.
Yeah.
Vehicles.
2 words.
Yeah, there's a dash in the middle.
The hyphen.
Yeah.
The hyphen.
What's that username? W69.
WCGA 12.
Get a better username before you start roasting Ratatouille. Can the cars cook? No.
But this man goes on to say more, or woman. But whenever I see IMDb review of this low, I'm always thinking it's just a man who's just like, he's fed up with the world, right? And he's on IMDb just going at people hard. But he goes on to talk about how he couldn't eat his popcorn during the movie because he was like, there's when I see rodents cooking food, it made me disgusted to my stomach. Couldn't eat my popcorn no more.
But the sweaty guy, like, shoveling popcorn with his hands.
Yeah.
Like, you want some butter with that?
Yeah. And man's recommended Transformers for this year's blockbuster.
Here, as in, like, the movie.
He's like, don't worry about Ratatouille. Don't worry about Ratatouille. Watch Transformers.
But to be fair, Transformers is a good movie.
That's a wild movie.
Which one though? Because I think they go down. Like the first.
That would
is
have been the first one,
best.
2007.
But see, for many, they went down. But for Vincent and I, they just continued to go
Bro,
up.
you're talking, they had Age of Extinction, they had dinosaurs.
Bro,
Like,
man's
robot
was riding a dinosaur.
Optimus Prime was riding a dinosaur.
That's true.
Where can you go from there? You go into like, what's that man's? I was about to say Prince Philip, like R.I.P. But I was about to say, what's the man's King
He
Arthur?
died, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, they did like King Arthur at the Round Table.
Yeah, they did.
In
They were
Transformers. They did King Arthur in Transformers.
Mark Wahlberg's was there.
They had King Arthur.
Why don't I remember that?
Right.
Because you're not deep in the Transformers game. You're deep in the Ratatouille game because I'm going to give you the synopsis, then we're going to get into this.
Yeah.
A determined young rat dreams of becoming a French chef.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's a good synopsis.
Can I give you all some things that I want to talk about?
Yeah.
Some things that we'll get into.
Some things that we'll get into
We'll
later.
get into it later.
Also, I also say, and we're here. I love that you're like,
Which one
Trust
do
me.
I look
Cameras.
at?
You can look at any of them.
you can literally look at any of them. The best is that one will never see you. But like, just you doing that face is hilarious. All right, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the opening bit, because that opening bit is wild. The whole bit before he gets to Paris, France. And then I want to talk about Paris, France. And then we're just going to talk about characters. We'll talk about some big plots in the movies, the hits, right?
Then we'll just talk about rodents in general.
Rodents.
And
in general.
euthanizing rodents.
Before you get into
Like the
any
5-step
of this,
process.
Is there a 5-step process?
Probably. Yeah, I haven't counted the
Bro,
steps.
you accredited and you don't even know how many steps we're talking.
Do you have your license in your wallet?
No, it's on an email, but
Hey, let me get up my email, bro. You know, it's
I'm
here.
accredited. Hold on. It
I
might
don't
be
know.
my chunk.
I don't know how many steps. What I was going to say is there's this thing that my brain likes to do where I just forget things as soon as I've seen them, that was my main concern coming on this podcast is I watched this last night and I've seen this movie 5 or 6 times. But you just said that opening sequence, man, and I was like, what happened?
Well, I'll get into that soon. But
I
I,
just
also
remember
want to
man's
say,
had like so you're wondering how I got here.
he's just wondering how I got here, actually,
Yeah.
with the old
knew
lady.
I knew you were going to hate that as well.
Yeah,
but
I didn't like that.
I had your voice
This
in
is
my
the first
head.
time I watched this movie, by the way,
Yeah.
also. I'd never watched like
Yeah.
rodents.
Yeah. This is the second time for me, but I understand why you only watched this once. But Ollie and I were at the pub last night. That's where people go when they don't go to sleep at 7:30. We're at the pub last night and we're
Bro,
talking.
hey, I was out last night.
Bro, you were out last night?
It was my brother's 18th birthday, so extrapolate from that what you will.
Yeah, shout out. Bro, it was his actual birthday, the one that I wasn't invited to.
That's the
And
one.
then your mum was like, no, just come, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not happening.
You didn't get an invitation, like a formal invitation. That's the only reason Ollie came on the show,
That's disrespectful.
because he got a formal
You did
invitation.
get a formal invitation.
It was not a formal invitation. It was the kind of invitation that if I declined, all of your listeners would know that I
Yeah.
was an asshole.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, you.
You just outed me.
You'd be
I would
listening
know
to me.
that I was an asshole.
You know, if you didn't come on, we'd just have that seat empty and we'd still be talking to the empty seat.
Yeah, we'll just say, no, we had malfunctions.
Yeah. My mic didn't work.
I'd be like,
So,
come
Ollie,
on.
what do you think about that? You hear like someone scurry to the next scene. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's obviously not how you talk, but you know, like I don't do voices.
But also, other people don't know how you talk.
That's exactly right. You know?
So in the folklore, that could be how you talk.
That's true.
In the Wikipedia trivia.
I could talk, yeah.
But we were at the pub last night and we were both saying it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And we're like, dude, we haven't watched this movie yet.
We had to go home early and watch it. And you know what I did? I went home. I read my book for 2 hours. I made some food.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, which is probably why I fell asleep.
But that's on brand.
Yeah,
That's
okay, good.
so
Like you've
brand.
come here in the right mindset. Like you've watched 30 minutes of the movie, then you've lost the whole 45,
Yeah.
and then you watch the last 20, and that's all you need.
You
Yeah.
can make up the rest.
I did actually go back and watch the bits that I was asleep for.
Oh,
right.
that's
right.
That's commitment to the craft.
Because I just wanted to make sure, and then that's why my notes are messy. 'Cause
Oh, man.
was-
You got
what
notes
the hell?
on
You got
notes.
notes, man. Show
Nah.
the camera the notes.
It's because my writing is like
Put it up to
half the page.
Put it up to the camera.
Dude, that's notes. But tell them about the note paper.
Right. If you want paper that is good for the environment and waterproof, get yourself some paper made out of stone.
Show them the front.
Oh, yeah, but the front is...
You got naked things on there.
Yeah, but that's because this is where I used to work.
Oh,
Fresh cosmetics. Oh, yeah,
Nah,
absolutely.
Lush.
Lush. Hey,
Lush.
Yeah.
Lush. Hey, shout out Lush. Well, I don't know. Did they fire you? If
No.
so, don't shout out there.
They closed down, but
Well, bro, you
Close.
can't get them no more. Can you get them no more? They still got Lushes around or they all closed?
yeah, but this wasn't... Lush doesn't sell notebooks. This is what they gave to staff to be like, oh thanks for being so cool. And now you've got no job.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for being such a good employee. You've now been made redundant.
Yeah, yeah.
This is better than money, bro. Think of all the ideas you could put in that could make you money into this book.
Yeah.
You can get bath bomb, you can get yourself a notebook. Or you could.
I could,
not the
but
others.
I
Well, no one can now.
No one can now.
But I don't like baths.
Me neither,
They're too
man.
hot.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
sitting
like
in your own
baths.
filth. You
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cooking yourself. But
And
anyway, should we get into this movie? I know we're tangenting.
No. That's so.
Isn't that on brand?
That's on brand.
I did actually have a
Usually-
conversation with someone who had actually listened to this show last night at the event.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And he was saying, yeah, I watched one of the recent episodes. He said, I couldn't really follow it. And I was like, yeah, neither can we.
Which episode do you watch?
Winter Soldier. I was like,
Winter
did you-
Soldier?
Yeah, the Falcon,
Oh,
what's
right.
it called? And I was like, did you watch the show before? He was like, nah, I haven't heard of that show before.
Oh, that's your fault, my friend.
I said, yeah, you probably need to watch the show. But even if you do watch the show, like,
We try to do it for everyone. But it's still incoherent. And it's going to be today when we do our next episode.
well, we started with a damn like guitar solo.
Dude, that's the wildest intro we've ever had. We're
I
20
love
minutes in and we have a guitar solo in the mix.
Good.
Has that ever happened before?
Not in my life, no.
As we close out this show, I want you to press another button.
Oh, no.
With just reckless abandonment. Just go like that.
I
Not
like
even
it.
looking.
This is okay. Well, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Well, look, let's start off with that opening scene because they're at the old lady's house.
Oh, that's right.
And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because this old lady, she has a rodent problem because she got like multiple traps set up and whatnot, and she got rat poison everywhere.
Yeah.
And we get introduced to the fact that Remy, the main character, Patton Oswalt's very own.
I thought he sounded familiar.
You know Patton Oswalt?
Right, so this is the other thing. I don't know heads.
Hey, that's all right.
Any time that you have said any actor, I'm in my car, I'm listening, I'm nodding, but I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
But what about like Army Hammer types?
You know Armie Hammer because he like does cannibalism and whatnot.
Yeah, actually, I'm very attracted to Armie Hammer.
Yeah, bro. He eats people apparently.
Yeah,
Well,
nah.
look, allegedly. I'm not, I'm not
But-
out here king shaming or nothing, Army, but like someone said that you
Yeah.
eat people.
No, but he does. But it's all right because it's very on brand for me to like someone that's that messed. Because I was like, oh yeah, this guy's like, he's a dish. And then my housemate was
Dish. He's not a snack. He's the whole dish,
Yeah.
bro.
Bro, he's the whole dish, man. He's
Like,
the ratatouille.
he's the meat and the potatoes and the vegetables.
like, yeah, all the sides included. And
Far
then
out.
my housemate's like, yeah, he's like pretty
Flipped.
up. And then he showed
Right,
me
I just
some
want to say, like,
text.
before we go on, this
family
is
friendly on
family
this
friendly
show.
podcast. I'm gonna have to like,
He's gonna-
I'm gonna have to do editing now.
He's going to do editing and it's going to be like,
It's gonna be flipping. That's what it's going to be. I've got sound bites of that.
Just play the guitar
Bro,
thing.
do not even.
You can swear all you want on AD. We'll let you loose on AD.
Did I swear?
Bro, you're like Scarface up in here. That's how much you were swearing. I don't actually know if he swears that much, but it's just the first thing that came
No,
to
that's
mind.
all right. It's a good reference.
It's a good reference.
I didn't even realize.
Hey, that's all
Hey,
right.
look, if you do, don't worry about it because Vinny will do editing.
Of the editing.
Please
He'll
do
do
it.
editing. And we don't do editing on this podcast, so you have to do
I have to
editing.
do the editing. That's all right.
We do editing. I'm just kidding. But go
We'll
on.
edit all of this.
No, we'll keep Army Hammers in there.
We'll keep Army
Yeah,
Hammers.
I
He's a
just-
dish, man.
That was
'Cause, like-
basically it, yeah. He's a dish. Then my housemate was like, nah, look at this stuff that he's done. And I was like, this just makes me like him more.
Dude, like if something's a dish, like if Army Hammers is a dish to you, he's going to make you a dish to him because when he eats you
Good.
up.
That's right. He can do it. I'll
Bro,
let him.
this is...
Is this AD content for you?
It's not AD, well, it is AD content. Like, this is specifically the weird stuff we talk about on AD.
Yeah, you're giving the folks at home a taste.
But we're doing Ratatouille here, you know?
Ratatouille. All right.
We're talking about dishes.
We are talking about dishes, so that's on brand.
Anyway, can
For
we
this
just talk
movie.
about this lady like shooting shotguns in her own house? Is that what you're getting to?
Well, yeah, I was going to get to the fact that this lady's shooting shotguns in
Yeah.
her own house.
Like she sees one rat and she's like, "Bro, let's get the 12 gauge."
I had that as a note as well because she also has a gas mask that she puts
Oh,
on
yeah.
later.
Bro, she's geared up.
Yeah, chemical warfare like out the wazoo as well.
Hey, she'll get tried for what's it like war crimes.
Yeah. I want to know her story. I want a side film of
Yeah, they
just
should have
this
done
lady.
they should have done a like one of them, Pixar
Yeah.
shorts. That's the one.
Yeah. It implies that she knew the rats were there because why else would you have that lying around?
That's wild.
That is wild. Like, I understand the shotgun because, like, you in the country. Like, you come up against bears. I mean, I don't know about the French countryside. You come up against, like, dingoes in the Australian countryside. You come up against, like, any form of rodent that could kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't know the not explicitly stated number of step process to euthanize these rodents sufficiently,
They'll get you.
Dude,
it's all right.
I was in Cairns, right? Cairns, top of Australia.
We're never
Right?
getting into this movie.
Yeah, but let me just quickly say, dude, I was going for a hike. Damn wild boar. A wild
yeah.
pig was out there going like, and I was like, oh my goodness, we need to run.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the scariest thing ever. It was so far away, but it was like, it wasn't coming closer. But I was like, if that thing comes closer,
Did it have tusks?
no, do not have tusks.
Okay.
Did you have your shotgun and your gas mask?
Bro, I had footy shorts on.
Oh no,
I didn't even have no
that's-
pockets.
He knows that you're vulnerable. That's right. I don't have pockets.
I had my phone and my keys in my hand. You know, like I was just going for like a measly hike here. I wasn't doing like, I was going up Lofty. I wasn't going like Kosciuszko, you know what I'm saying?
Far out. That's rough.
But yeah, no, Ratatouille, let's get into it. Hey, should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is the show where we talk about Ratatouille for a bit.
If you're still listening, well done.
Oh, this is
Dude, I hope all your friends listen to this whole thing because they're going to find out a lot about you and they're going to be like, okay, no wonder this man's crazy because not only is he talking about like Ratatouille things, but he's like with Vincent and Apo.
Yeah, and to be fair, when you say to someone, "Oh, I'm going on a podcast," it sounds really impressive.
it sounds professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what
Not
kind of
anymore.
what kind of like self-help advice you giving?
Yeah.
You know, like something about quantum physics I don't know.
I'm going to get messages all week after this comes out being like, "Hey, you okay? You're right. It's okay to not be okay." Man,
Bro,
they
that's-
listen to the podcast.
Bro, we've been doing this for over a year and no one's ever sent that to me.
Yeah, no one's like been like, yeah, you're doing well. I think we're just
yeah.
being like, we'll just let them go.
Yeah.
We're just going to let them go.
That's absolute disrespect to us.
Right. Ratatouille.
I think people knew that we weren't okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ratatouille.
Well, anyway, he gets displaced. He goes into France now.
From his
Well, let's just,
family.
we're in France now.
Yeah.
And like, we're doing like cooking things.
he's also got like this man with no neck as like a guide.
Yeah.
Like he's just his head's a triangle,
I
an
had-
upside down triangle.
That's
Or-
my first note. Gusto.
Yeah.
Now, have you boys heard of this word schneck?
Chinek.
Schneck.
Bro, you're bringing out words that were like dish, chinek. Is it racist? I hope it's not
No.
racist because like we have no capacity to get cancelled right now.
I'm like the most.
Flipping.
Right.
We're editing. Flipping.
Oh man.
I'm
You're killing me
sorry.
here. You're killing me here.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
gonna have to edit like 16 things today.
We got like four podcasts.
I know.
Anyway, go on.
Gusto has a chneck, which is when your chin and your neck is just one thing.
Yeah.
It's just
It
together.
there's no difference between the two.
It's
So,
similar to cankles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
100%.
He's got a chneck.
Well, I think a chinek is a sign of a good cook.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm at my grandma's house, I want to see some chinek action. You know, because I know that's going to be some good food.
Sure.
You know, I know that it's going to be not only tasty, but I know it's going to be unhealthy for me in the best of ways. Because instead of being like, you know, just chicken with a bit of oregano on it, it's chicken with like a whole lot of oil and some fat in there.
It's
And
like
then some
soaked in
oregano.
oil.
Yeah, soaked.
You get the plate and you lift the chicken up and it's just like a pool of oil.
Dude, and actually, to be honest with you, this movie, one thing that I really want to talk about this movie is just like how hungry it made me the whole time.
It didn't make me hungry at all.
Because
Really?
you were thinking like rodents, it made you sick to your stomach.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I don't want to get this popcorn away from me.
You are that.
I'm
out of
actually
10 star.
WCGA.
Yeah.
But he even remembered it. So that's on brand for being WCGA 12.
It's the World Congregation of Junior Administrations.
Did I say G or J?
I don't know.
Anyway, but I think the food in this movie is probably my favorite bit of the entire movie. The way that the food looks.
Food is looking good.
It looks so good.
Especially when they put like the spoon, like the man's put the little spoon and it's like
Yeah.
got a bit of
With the sauce.
With that juice.
oh that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jus.
The just.
The
just.
just juice.
But I 100% think that the reason this movie has been rated so highly over the years is not because of the story. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not because of the story. Because this story is like Rat in France doing cooking things. That's the story, right?
That is a synopsis.
That's the synopsis. I think it's because of the cooking processes. And in fact, this was Anthony Bourdain's one of his favourite movies. R.I.P. Anthony Bourdain.
Because anyone can cook.
Anyone could cook, but also he was like the subtle things. I was reading this. He was saying the subtle things of like some of the cooks having pink little things
the
on
burns.
their little burns on their hands. And he's like, dude, that's respect in the
That's
cooking game.
Pixar though, you know. They you know how they went to Africa to suss people in like, you know, the lions.
Yeah.
They were in like Gordon Ramsay's kitchen. They're like, write that down. He's like, someone's like, take this table 4 needs some more jus. The man's like, I don't work here.
In the background of every scene in this, there's just a man just verbally abusing like his staff.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening
Yeah.
in Gordon Ramsay's kitchen. But he getting money though. So I can't disagree with the man.
Bro, I'd tell people like their food is dry like every 15 minutes for, you know,
Yeah.
a meal.
I'd tell people that they're an idiot sandwich.
Oh, I was going to say, that's my favourite thing. But then I was like, am I allowed to say it? I've been told off.
Bro, you can say idiot sandwich. Like, idiot is fine. I call him idiot. Well, I call myself an idiot all the time. But if you're saying anything else, we got to say flipping.
Okay.
Like, you don't need to say it, but Vincent has to say it. When he edits it.
I just want your voice like flipping.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I don't have time to record my voice again saying that. I've already got the soundbite.
Okay.
He's got
You know,
the
it's
sound
one of these buttons.
Yeah. Good. I agree with you. The food looks amazing. But then I was like, I wrote it down. There's this one bit where they do the grumpy chef is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, make him make sweetbread.
Some sweet bread.
Sweet bread. And then that's when like Remy has his debut and he's like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, because apparently the recipe's like trash.
Yeah, because it tastes disgusting.
Oh, right, yeah. I know
Do you
the
know
one.
what sweetbread is?
Like the stuff that you get from like KFC.
No, sweetbreads is like kidneys and livers and shit.
Oh,
But that doesn't sound sweet.
that doesn't
to me.
sound sweet to me.
Yeah, I don't know why they've called it that, but I mean, I didn't look it up. I was meant to, and then I forgot. But she says it in the movie. She's like, "Do we still have any more of that
Oh,
goat
yeah.
stomach or something?"
Soaking in. Hey, look, dude. Offal,
What?
which is like guts and stuff, but like the food way of saying it. Because you don't say like, hey, do you want guts? You say, do you want
You
offal?
want guts and stuff?
Bro, I can give you guts, man. I'd like sauteed it and whatnot.
Sauteed
right?
it.
Whatever, like food things.
Look
right?
at his jus.
But you say offal, right? Dude, offal can be wild. I mean, did we go to the...
Yeah, we did.
We
I
ate,
know.
we ate some wild stuff at that China chili
Yeah,
together.
you ate pig bag. which is stomach.
Hold on a
pig.
second. Pork tripe pig bag. That was the menu item.
Yeah, but stomach is like fine. Like, like Italians, then you're going down to the festa and that's like the specialty.
Bro, what do we think we're wrapping them sausages in?
Exactly.
But you also ate brains.
I'll say brain. That was disgusting.
And you ate it twice.
Yeah, and it was disgusting both times.
I don't know why you ate it twice.
I was like, why is maybe it's better the second time. Maybe like you age as well,
Like a fine wine.
It's like a fine wine. Like,
It's like moldy and everything. Yeah, no, probably. It's like that blue cheese, It's got the mold. It's better for you.
Yeah, but did it make you smarter?
Dude, I only think of thoughts of lambs now. I don't know what brain it was, but I'd just be thinking bar on the daily.
Like sometimes you just like count sheep and you fall asleep in the middle of the day.
I'm counting sheep and I'm seeing my brothers and sisters. That's what's happening.
You're like 3% lamb now.
Dude, it's a bit. But you know what? That's life though. That's life. It's about putting yourself in other people's shoes and or hooves. And living better because of it. Am I right?
Or into their chef hat.
Into their chef hat.
I'm trying to bring it back.
Which is right. That's good. That's probably the best tangent back to the movie that we've ever done.
Good.
Yeah. So should we just talk some highlights?
Yeah, let's just talk highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Ollie, what highlights you got, Ollie?
Yeah.
Give us some highlights.
We're 32 minutes in. This is why.
I think this is the longest tangent situation that we've had.
And you know what's funny? Ollie,
If we get 0 listeners from here, I'll be like, yeah, we deserve it.
we deserve. Like heads came for Ratatouille, they didn't get nothing.
Bro, they didn't get nothing. They got a bit of like euthanasia of rodents, and then they got absolutely nothing.
They know how to say. They know that dish is a thing though. But Ollie specifically said the reason he was scared of coming on was he was like, I'm worried because Jax was like so coherent and like you kept on topic. He was like, when I come on, I know for a fact that we're going to be tangenting the whole time.
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
Well,
and just to make sure it's not fully chaos, is that still going?
Yeah, still going.
Okay, good.
Still going. We're good.
Jeepers. All right, go. What are some of your hits, Ollie?
Well, I didn't write highlights. Don't tell me you haven't been filming.
You're right.
Bro, how's this not going to be filming?
I've been staring at that for like most
Did you
of the
wild?
podcast.
Are you wild?
No, it was. Oh, dude, you've got like low battery, bro. This is like low battery. You got like low battery.
Dude, I don't understand you.
It was full battery before I got here.
I don't understand you specifically.
Why?
I mean, I know you're going to cut this out because I don't want them to see the abuse that I give you on the daily.
We're having some technical difficulties, folks.
Sorry, we'll pause. We'll pause.
I feel like I'm partly to blame for this.
Dude, Ollie had to sit through, like, you haven't seen it as the audience, but Ollie had to sit through, like, a 5-minute just domestic between Vincent and I.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but like, we're here.
Should I just leave it all in? I can't because...
No, yeah, you can't.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Because I'm just throwing slurs at you.
You're just throwing absolute racial slurs at my Italian heritage.
Yeah.
Like saying like pizza sucks, bro.
Bro, but it's so good. How could I say it sucks? Oh, I love Italian food. It's too good.
Linguini. Speaking of
linguini, let's get back into it.
Linguini, that's the guy's name.
Why on earth is he called Linguini?
That's the best.
Man's is French.
No, he's not.
Isn't he?
His
like,
full name
what?
is Alfredo Linguini.
Oh, like linguini Alfredos and whatnot.
That's his name.
Like chicken Alfredos.
That's right.
Yeah, but man's is not French.
Nah.
Is it? Gusteau sounds pretty darn French.
Gusteau's French.
That's his dad.
Okay, so he might be half French.
Maybe he's half French.
Yeah.
Because he speaks an American accent.
I believe that's because I guess the actor his last name is Romano.
Ray Romano.
He's like,
Is it?
it's not Ray Romano, it's some other man's. Dude, if it was Ray Romano, I'd be like, oh.
I would love that. That would have been great.
They did have some good voice actors in this movie. So they had, obviously, Patton Oswalt. Yeah. But they also had the man's brother from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Who was he?
He was Gusteau.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
And I didn't know it was him, but it was him.
It was him.
And then there's some other heads who are like good actors and whatnot, but I've forgotten their names and who they were as characters.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry. Go on, we're 38 minutes into this.
I'd also like to, one of my highlights was when Linguini, because he's like the garbage man at the start, and he spills the soup and decides to just like chuck in a whole bunch of ingredients.
He fills it with water first. Do you
Like,
see that?
yeah, man's just putting like dry toast in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know that doesn't go on a soup.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. But the best part of that was Remy comes around and puts like a bit of oregano, a bit of salt, and it's like, yeah, no, this is top notch.
Yeah, like this is somehow something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people getting toast chunks in their soup, and it's like, yeah, no, this is the best.
Hey, bro, I do love having a soup with a toasted sandwich though.
That's a good
With
one.
a toasted sandwich.
Like not in it, but next to it.
Oh, okay.
You dip it in there though. You ever had like a tomato soup with a
Cheese
tomato
toasty.
soup.
cheese toasty? I don't do tomato soup much. Like I'll do it if I'm like on a cruise, but I'll do it there.
That's strictly cruise food.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did it once on a cruise.
Okay.
Like I did tomato soup once.
So
on a cruise.
circumstance like just allowed for you to have tomato soup on it.
And it was in a cup.
Oh wow.
Like, is that not wild? Like, why can't we go to like a cafe and be like, hey, can I have soup? And they just give you a cup. You walk out of there and you drink your soup.
No, because then you get like episodes like the Soup Nazi in Seinfeld. You know, you get things like that.
That's what you'd get. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why you can't have it. Like people saw that were like, we don't do soup. Like we can't do soup anymore.
It's more wild to me that you've been on a cruise.
Yeah, dude. Like in the heat of COVID, I was just like coughing on folks, spitting on them.
But also because you're under the age of 70.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was the worst experience I've ever had.
Except for the tomato soup.
The
with
tomato
the
soup
toasty.
was lit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, everything else. They did have like, ice cream on board as well, which was great.
Yeah.
I was just getting ice creams every
I've
day.
been on a few cruises and they've all been good.
Why have you both been on cruises?
Well, I didn't elect myself. I can like, yeah, nah, babe, let's go on a cruise. Like I want to go see all the geriatrics because we live next to them.
Yeah, you're in the geriatric neighborhood.
Would join them on the cruise.
You would've
it was
felt
like
right
when,
at home.
like when you got like 50 heads in a family, like where else are you gonna go?
Yeah. It's good. Keeps everyone in the like.
That's
kids
right.
don't get lost on a cruise.
Like the only thing they can do is fall overboard and drown. Like that's the worst that can happen.
And that's the worst that can happen. Other than that, you get seasick? Bro, grow up, you know?
Get scurvy?
Oh, that's true.
So, no, they got plenty of limes on cruises. though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
From what I gathered, they got plenty of limes.
Like as soon as someone gets the hint of like scurvy, like bring the limes, and like there's like a whole storage room of just limes.
But it's all filled with rats.
Yeah, like this movie.
Ratatouille.
I want to say one of my probably not my favorite bits of this movie, but probably just one of the wildest bits in my mind was Remy meets his family again. Like we you just watch the movie because we have not helped you understand more about it.
This is a review of the movie, though. You know,
It's a
we're
review
not
of-
explaining the movie anymore.
That's right. Remy's dad shows him like what happens when rats integrate with humans,
Bro, why would someone display just like dead rats in a
like
shop?
hanging from their throat.
Like, look how good we killed these rats, bro.
It's like, what shop was it? Was it like we specifically kill rats and we have the card to do like it, you know?
In 5 steps,
Ethically?
or maybe
It's
No,
like-
that's not ethical rat killing.
I was
We've got the
gonna say, no.
email, bro.
That's not it.
That's not it, dog. I asked Chief,
Because I don't know when did this movie first come out?
2007.
So okay, that's fair enough then. So I was 12, and in that scene, I remember crying. Like I was sobbing.
They're not killing them properly. They're not following the process.
I've got the email here and it specifically says the 5 steps.
What about the ethics though, bro?
Bro, there was no ethics there.
Oh, 100% no ethics.
So that's Paris, France for you.
Yeah. Have either of you been to France?
I
I've
have.
been to France, I haven't been to Paris.
Yeah.
I've been to Paris. Bro, let me tell you. Shout out to all our French listeners, but that's not the place to go.
Paris?
Yeah.
See, I went to, where was I? I was in Marseille. I was in Cassis. Dude, they were unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like top-notch places.
Dude, I had a man that came up to me and he said in English, I do not speak English. I only speak cocaine.
Oh.
He said that to me when I was there. I'm thinking about Remy. He's talking about, I don't speak English. I only speak cocaine. Brother, you're speaking English. Like that's your first issue. And second, how you speaking cocaine? And one, I don't have it. Because I didn't have it.
Did you have a
Like,
moustache?
and usually I have it on me and just in my pocket, you know? But in that time, I didn't have it.
That one time you forgot it, you left it at home.
I left it at home, bro. I left it in the customs when I went over.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, we needed to confiscate this. I was like, that's fine, bro. Like, share it around.
Enjoy it.
You know, customs agents are the most lit. You know that, right?
This is takes the cake for like the craziest episode we've done.
We're 43 minutes in.
We've talked about forget. I'm not even gonna try. You've tried to like
I have
tangent
tried.
back. You've been making like, yeah, you know what else is lit? Like rodents, like Ratatouille. You know,
Can I tell you what's not lit though? Kissing your colleagues at work.
Right, let's talk about this though.
Bro, what
because I wanted to talk about
Remy does that thing.
Oh.
Yeah, in this.
Oh, yeah,
Ratatouille does it.
Dude, but also like he's like pulling, like he's actually pulling
Or I
strings.
say his name's not Ratatouille, is it? His name's Remy.
Ratatouille is a vegetable dish.
Yeah. Remy does it. Remy pushes linguine into Colette's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that would have been like a soft landing.
No.
She's got the pepper spray ready as well. But then you see like her eyes are like, oh yeah, this is what I've wanted all along. Now,
I've known this bloke for 2 days.
This is obviously problematic on many levels, but
like if it was Army Hammers, you'd be fine with it.
no, well, what I was going to say is, and this is a trend that everyone will notice, is that I crush easily because I have a crush on Colette big time.
Bro, you got crushes on too many people, man. Like, how you gonna have them? Like, I don't even see the specifics. Like, you got, I get Army Hammers, and I get Colette separately.
She's beautiful.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I get that. But like, where's the crossover?
Did we watch? We didn't. I didn't watch the live action. Was there a live action thing, or like we still talking about cartoons?
Like, we're talking about cartoons as well.
We're talking about cartoons.
Oh goodness me!
Anyway, go on with Colette because this is on brand. This is part of the movie as well, which is good.
Her intro is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that's a killer intro.
The fact that she's just like speaking so quickly in a French accent. She's got the knives and she's smacking them into his sleeve.
She's telling him like how she's had to work so hard. Like that's absolute respect.
That's respect.
And she's just like, if you don't do this, I'll kill you. And
you know
like,
she's serious.
Oh my God. And then she leaves and like Linguini's just like got those love heart. He may as well have the love heart eyes.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Like you like people threatening you, like threatening your life?
When it's Colette, yeah.
When it's Janine Garofalo. You know, she got the whole Janine Garofalo situation.
So you can't like
that's the actor.
Is it?
Yeah.
She does the
Janine Garofalo is the voice, bro. That's on brand for us.
That's on brand. That's like the most inside joke you probably shouldn't have brought up.
My brother would only know that joke.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, I understand what you're saying though. That her intro is one of the best in the movie.
That's one of the highlights of the movie for sure.
And also, that scene is hilarious when she just keeps stabbing knives into his thing, and it's like she's letting him know that if he messes this up for her, it's over for him because this is what she's worked her whole life like to the bone to get to. Because I don't understand why chefs are majority males. You know, like my yard's best cook out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and we got Gordon Ramsay like looking like, you know, he just puts a little bit of seasoning on his potatoes.
Yeah.
You know,
it's because it's I know why, but it's like not fun content.
Like, do we get into it in AD?
Let's just leave it because it's like sexism and shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
We'll just leave it.
We haven't got the capacity to talk about that on the open line.
I haven't got the right like buttons here.
No, you can't. Instead, I want
That's
to.
played.
What button do you even play for that?
Let's have a look. What we
Dude,
got
don't. Oh, you know them?
Now I found it out after I did that. I literally played the worst one. I played intro, outro.
Okay. Well, let's get into the movie and we'll do that
There's
after.
scary here. There's one that just says scary. So I think that's sexism.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I agree.
It's very scary.
The sound that I would like your board to have is the sound that the bread makes. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When she's like, how do you know a good bit of bread?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And he's like, what? And she's like, the sound. And she does this crackle. Now, I'm not really into ASMR, but like when that happened, I had goosebumps head to toe.
Yeah.
You were straight on YouTube after that.
Yeah.
You were looking up like mukbang.
And then it made me sad because I remembered that I'm celiac and I can't eat that
that's
bread.
rough. Yeah.
Bro, that is rough.
But also like everyone getting like squash breads at that restaurant. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear it. I didn't ask for the flatbread.
Also, I think that Colette is such a good character in this movie, and I think that Remy is probably the worst character in most of the Pixar movies, like similar to Lightning McQueen, in which he's bad the whole movie. He's only thinking about himself the whole movie. And I know that like maybe there's a thing at the end, but what the story should have been was that Remy should have been like, oh, you know what? Hey, Colette, I can see what you got going here. Let's work together.
Do you mean the rat though? Because
Yeah, the rat, Remy. Because
but he's a
controlling
rat.
everything.
that-
Yeah, he's a rat.
but
He's a rat
the
dog.
message is
you know?
that anyone can do what anything they want.
I'm not talking about the message. I'm talking about Remy's dog.
Yeah, okay. Remy's the dog. Remy's the rodent. You know, whatever you want.
He's like,
he serves a greater purpose in the film. All right?
Okay, I'm not saying
this is when the podcast starts.
I'm not saying that he didn't need to be there. I'm saying that when Colette started to teach Linguini things, Remy needed to start being like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna allow this to happen because Colette's got this other idea to bring in, and then we'll use this idea and we'll form something together.
To be fair to Remy, like Mans is just creating like bangers.
He's creating bangers, man. But like also like Colette is probably creating bangers as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I thought that as well. But then I also thought that Linguini is a bit of an asshole as well when he gets famous and he just forgets that there's a rat controlling everything that he's doing and he thinks that he can actually cook.
But also he can't just be like, I've got a rat. And like people be like, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
No, but he's like, there's this bit where he gets mad at him and he's like, it's not all about you. And I'm like, well, actually it is because you can't cook and you're forgetting.
That's true. But also like, you know, Remy can't just cook either. Like he can cook.
That's true.
But he can't just be out there being like, squeak, 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 like come through to my restaurant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So MVP is definitely Colette then.
I would 100% say.
We're doing MVPs now.
Well, we may as well. We're doing the hits.
We didn't even get to talk about the skinny man.
You know, I do want to talk about him, Ego. What's his name?
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Anton Ego. Because
the line where it's like, I don't know, he says something mean to Linguini and Linguini's like, you're thin for someone who likes food. And then he's like, I don't like food. I love it. If I don't love it, I don't swallow. And I just went
Man's just got a spit bucket on the side.
But he took you right away from what you were going to say.
You're like,
bro, we're family friendly here. What the hell are you talking about?
Dude, don't.
Vinny's still catching on, but
I haven't got it, but that's all right. That's all right.
But let me tell you, Anton Ego, probably one of my favorite characters in any Pixar movie because of the one scene when he eats the ratatouille.
yeah.
That's exactly what food, like good food is. Where you just eat it and you're just like, how is this exactly what I experienced all these years ago that made me feel so happy? Or smell, like, I mean, I know that, you know, they say like smell is the biggest, what do they say? Olfactory sense like is a great like boost for memory.
Yeah.
Right?
Nostalgia.
Dude, I was like, I can think of many scenarios in which I've eaten something I've just been like, dude, this takes me back to like my childhood.
Yeah.
You know? And it's because my grandma cooks for me regularly and she cooked in my childhood.
I was in Africa and we were like staying in this house. There was a cook there and she would just make us like the food that they ate there. And she made okra.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone else was like, this is disgusting. This is snot in a plate. But because my yaya made it for me growing up, I ate it and like my eyes, I was the man. I was the skinny
You were
man.
Ego.
I was Ego. My eyes filled with tears.
You're
And
like, bro, I'm giving you a glowing review tomorrow.
yeah, became this 7-year-old boy.
TripAdvisor.
I was like, but the okra.
Dude, I agree though. Okra it's a tough one.
I don't think I've ever had okra.
When you like the Greek style, I don't know if it's like old style, but the Greek style, it is quite
Be careful.
it is quite snotty.
My yaya's okra is amazing.
Dude, I don't
Dude,
disagree.
let's not
but
get
I'm just
into like
letting you
yaya
know.
versus yaya because there'll be fists thrown. Okay, I'm not here to mediate.
We're 52 minutes in, we can't throw fists.
We can't throw
Yeah.
We haven't got
fists.
enough time to throw fists. But I think that the fact that Ego was able to, you know, I mean, it's not really an arc of a character. He's just like, he was mad and then he eats some good food. Now he's like friendly to everyone.
Because
He's
he
just in
understands that
restaurants.
anyone can cook, you know? Because you found out it's a rat.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, they tied up, like the rats tied up 2 grown men. Well, not really that
Yeah.
grown, but like they tied up men.
Yeah.
Bro, that was wild.
But did you see that? So this was one of my notes. Did you see that big rat?
Oh, yeah.
A big
The
rat.
hench rat.
Yeah.
And then there's one bit where it's like he's tenderizing the steak. He's punching the bag.
Oh, yeah, he's uzzing. Remy's like, stick and move.
Dude, I thought when you were saying, did you see that big rat? It's like, that's the third person I have a crush on. I was going to be like, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap it up.
No. Just no.
Dude's like staunch though.
Yeah.
He's like Ben Solo in the second like of those new Star Wars movies where
yeah.
he's just like swole.
Absolutely
To the
swole.
nines.
And just like straight up and down. Like, man, looks like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
Ben Swallow style. You've seen
Ben
that?
Swallow.
No.
Dude, that'd be your third crush.
That would be that's right.
Yeah, 100%. But I think the great thing about this movie, and we'll sort of wrap it up here because where else are we going to go, is the fact that things don't go well at the end. The restaurant gets shut down.
Yeah.
Ego loses his job, but they start a new journey of like their own restaurant. Ego's just like in there sipping wine, like talking to folk. He's got a beret on now. Like man's understood like that hairline needs a beret to just cover it up. That's why I wear hats these days. I wear lots of hats these days.
You're
Not
just,
wearing berets though. Not doing that because that's if you wear berets or them
Peaky Blinders.
the ones
Peaky
that I
Blinder
wear.
hats. I was just about to say the ones that you wear, bro. That's when things have gone wrong for a balding man. For a balding man, not a person with hair, not a person with significant amount of hair.
Do you want some of my hair?
No, because people know where I'm at. People absolutely know where I'm at, and if I just
If that hairline stops like receding and starts like seeding,
if I'm just like,
I know what the opposite of that.
It's just seeds, man.
It's just seeds. Like you're looking like LeBron James when he came back that season. You had like a full head of hair. You're like, bro,
And like the hairline was like this.
something's happened here.
Yeah.
That's right. Like he had a roof. He had like the veranda going on.
Yeah. Dude, shout out the GOAT though,
And shout out the goat.
Jackie Chan.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
All right, and look, we're here. This is the
Are
part.
there any other highlights
here.
you got?
Oh
You've
yeah,
written
Look,
more things
you
down.
got so many things.
I was looking at my notes because I did write things while I was half asleep. This is going back to the start, but because of the chaos of this
that's all
episode,
right.
I don't care.
That's fine.
In the beginning, when you're getting used to the fact that Remy has this like imaginary gusto that appears,
Yeah, with the schneck.
yeah, with the schneck, there's one moment where he appears, and I don't know if it's just because I'm jumpy or because it was like midnight, but I fell out of my bed because I was scared. I got genuinely scared because I wasn't expecting it.
You wasn't expecting like the girth of that schneck.
Yeah,
Like you saw that, you're like, bro, it's so wide.
yeah, and I fell out of bed, and I thought, well,
That's wild to me because this was my face during the entire movie. That's my face during most movies. Just
very disengaged. And the only other thing that I have in here is, what does that say? There's like this quote from one of the chefs, and he's like, "This is very bad juju right here," and he's
Yeah.
got that accent, right?
Yeah.
Have either of you seen the meme of that Nigerian news reporter, and he's like, "Why are you gay?"
No.
no.
It was the same voice, so it just reminded me.
Okay.
He's like,
you
he's
go.
interviewing some guy on national television, and he
He's
just
straight up just asking that.
opens it with, "Why are you gay?" And the guy's like, "I'm not gay," and then he goes, "Yes, you are."
Bro, that's wild.
That's opening line as well.
That's the only situation. That's like the type of situation you get only in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the intro music like finishes and then he just turns to the camera and he says those words.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's it.
are we?
that's it.
That's so wild to me. But this is the part where we tell them, Ollie, this is the part where we tell them, and by them, I mean the listeners and viewers for like 13 minutes of this thing, because Vinny messed it up, but that's fine. It's neither here nor there. But we tell them whether this movie is worth the $8.99 for Disney Plus admission. So I'm going to start off with you.
Well, I did this properly, unlike your previous guest, and I did subscribe to Disney Plus.
Wow.
Have you just got the free trial though? You
They
ain't paying-
don't. They don't offer a free trial anymore,
What?
and they've upped it from $8.99 to $11.99.
Yeah, because they got Star now. That's
Bro, I'm
right.
only paying $8.99.
You ain't got Star though. Did you download Star?
It didn't give me an option.
Dude, Disney,
Dude,
far
Disney.
out.
Disney.
We're gonna have to go through every single movie again and like re-review.
$11.99. We're just gonna have to do
Yeah.
that.
So, but the question still stands: is this worth $11.99 for admission? I would say yes, absolutely. That's why I picked this
That's why you
movie.
picked this movie.
This is a classic, Rodents.
Absolutely
Rodents.
rodents.
Vincent, this is your first time watching this movie. As a first time viewer of this film.
Dude, it's a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's crazy. Like that's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 96% worth, but like it's a decent movie.
Yeah.
You know, like we got rodents cooking.
But is it worth it?
Like we got chineks.
It's Chinex.
We got dishes in more ways than one. You know?
Absolutely. We've got 58 minutes of content.
We got 58 minutes of content. No, I reckon it's worth signing up for. It's a good movie and it's a good message, I think, in general.
Yeah, message.
You know?
I was going to ask you, like, because like you do like reading and stuff. Like you read books. Like, what's the message?
What's the message
here? Like anyone can be a rat in the kitchen?
Bruv, I done told you the message.
What, anyone can cook?
No, anyone can do whatever they want.
Yeah. Not to get deep, but you did ask me.
Yeah, I did ask you. That's why I asked you.
Because another thing is you're always saying movies don't make you cry, and I'm the opposite. I always cry. So I didn't cry this time because it was late, but previously,
Yeah, like your ducks, they're all like worn out. Like,
yeah.
they're in
Previously,
rest
I have cried when Remy has that moment in the cage, and he's like, basically, he's just done with people telling him who he can't be. And he's like, I can't be a rat properly. I'm not a human properly. I can't cook properly. I can't do this, whatever. Why is everyone telling me that I got to be this and I got to be this?
Yeah, no,
I know who
absolutely.
I am. Why is everyone telling me who I'm not?
Right.
And I just had this moment of like, Remy, I feel you.
Yeah, that's absolute respect though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Like,
seen,
you
I
won't
just,
get that from anyone but a rodent.
Yeah.
I just seen a rat in a cage. I'd be like, man, that's pretty wild. He's in a cage. Like, I hope he escapes.
Like, how's he going to get out of this cage?
But I was thinking, if I
Oh,
was a
man
rat,
hasn't got
how would I
opposable
do-
thumbs.
Yeah, so that's why we brought you on, because we don't know messages here.
Yeah.
Vinny
That-
knows messages. I don't, because I don't read things. I look at things, but I can't get past the first couple pages, man.
That's all right. You don't
I
have
You
look
to.
look at it,
covers.
it's just like, bro, that's a lot of words.
Bro, is this that many words on one page? I can't believe
Bro, how many
this.
more? Bro, this is like 100 pages.
Just to make things different, I'm going to say that this movie is not worth $8.99 for Disney, $11.99 for Disney Plus admission. But I'm going to say every single scene with food in it is 100% worth it.
Okay. So if you could just
Get the food parts,
have a compilation of all the food parts.
like that omelette.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. The
That's,
omelette
that's,
looked good.
that's great, and I love just how Remy looks. Like
Yeah.
Remy looks amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they put, you know, Pixar does what Pixar does.
They went to the kitchen and they went to like the catacombs of like Paris.
Yeah. Oh,
They were just like observing rodents.
yeah.
Bro, you seen him walking? Dude, Jason, write that down. That's what they did.
Now, Vincent, tell them where they can find us.
Tell them where they can find us. All right. So we're on YouTube, as you might be watching. It's like Ollie might be in the show. He might
knows?
not. We'll see how we go. Patreon, we're going to be doing After Dark content, which is just like us saying dumb stuff, which is exactly what we did.
Yeah,
This-
we did it
this
here.
episode.
We did it here.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter. Just like follow us. Everything's in the show notes. What else you want me to say?
Press one of them buttons.
Oh, no.
Press scary.
Do you want-
Just
scary?
go random. Just
Random.
press.
Oh,
Just
but I
press
don't
it.
remember them.
Just press it. Don't press red.
That's a good. That's a
Listen,
good one to cap off.
I know
the
you
episode,
said you don't
think.
get symbolism, but that was pretty on point.
Yeah, that was. I honestly, I didn't even remember the sad trombone, and that was
That's what this episode was.
a farewell.
Farewell.
Sayonara.
Bro.
Oh, bro.